Hiya lovelies, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Linz. So as the title and hopefully thumbnail suggests, I will be cooking a whole chicken that is still very much frozen. So that there, we still see the ice and stuff like that. So yeah, we've all been there. You know, you're meant to be doing maybe a roast chicken dinner or something along them lines, and then as you're about to go and cook it, you realise you haven't took it out the freezer. This was just the biggest vein years ago with me before I started with pressure cookers. So this one here is classed as a small chicken. It's a 1.2 kg, which is just under £3, I believe. Then really simple today because if you're just doing this in a normal pressure cooker, this will apply as well. Always check your manufacturing sort of documents and things like that, just to be on the safe side. But as long as it's completely fully cooked through and its temperature is right, then it's safe. Okay, so I'm showing you, I'm going in now. This is roughly 2 cups or 500 mils of just a real cheap chicken stock cube with some hot water. So I'm pouring that straight in there. I can't get camera angles right when I'm using this machine. That's that. Then we're going to take your chicken on the trivet that came with this one, or if you have a different pressure cooker, you probably got some sort of a trivet or a silicone sling or something like that. I have a really good silicone sling actually. So that is just that. Pop your thing onto sealing, and let's see if I can get this down and have a look. Probably turn it on. The wall helps, you know. Not only have we got a frozen chicken, the machine isn't on. Now, just sliding that over to the pressure, turning that on. Again, you're going to want to check your manuals and things like that, or just have a good search on Google or something along them lines. But for me, this size of a chicken would normally be about 25 to 30 minutes if it was Ford. But because it's not, we're adding an extra, say 15 minutes. So I am pressure cooking that for 45 minutes. And we press the start. It's going to do its preheat. It's going to take a while because that's frozen. So it could take a good 15 to 20 minutes to come up to temperature and start sealing. It should, roughly. Again, it depends on the make of your multi-cooker on how long it's going to take, because I do find the Instant Pot is a lot quicker than the Ninja. Again, it's a love-hate relationship for me and this. So yeah, I am going to go and I will bring you back when that's finished. It's 45 minutes and we'll just go through some other bits and pieces. Now, I've not put any seasonings on it. Feel free if you want to try, but normally when it's frozen, they're just not going to stick. You probably put a bit of oil maybe, but the pressure cooking, so things just don't tend to stay on it, if that makes any sense. It will if you've tried it before. Right, lovelies, see you in what's going to be a split second for you, and it's going to be about, well, it could be an hour for me. Right, so what happened was this got to its 45 minutes of cooking, and then I left it to do its natural release. It did take just over 15 minutes to come up to pressure, but the natural release, it told me to open it when it got to about 15 odd minutes over, but I was just a bit busy. So we're just going to take that up now, and we want to have a look. Now, don't forget, this is just pressure cooked. It's not, it isn't going to look, you know, anyway fantastic, but still completely edible, hopefully. Now there, I don't know whether that's showing up, but I want a temperature of over 74 degrees in the middle of that chicken, and I'm coming in at 99. So I think we can well say, where are we there now? 90. So we're definitely, make sure you give it a good go everywhere. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So what your options are now, if you're using this machine here, is you can spray a little bit of oil or something over the top, which I'm going to do. Yeah, we'll finish it off and make it look a bit like a roast chicken, I suppose. So I'm just going to take some vegetable oil and we'll just give it a bit of a spritz. And underneath there with that stock and stuff like that, I'm going to be using that to make up a gravy. Never explained that one, did I? That's my trusty aromat. Just use salt and pepper if that's what you wish. You just have to move his back a wee bit now, so you can see. But we're going to pop that lid back down, and I want it on air fryer mode. So we're going to come over here. I am going to stop that when it's ready. 200 for, that's 200 Celsius. I will put the equivalent up on screen, and I'm going to do that for, we'll try 15 minutes and see how that does. Get ready for lift off because this thing is so noisy. Right, I'll put up with that noise for the next 15 odd minutes and then we'll come back and have a look. This has just finished, so we'll open, oh, there we go. Hold on till we get here's a better look. And that is my chicken. Let's see where he is. Frozen chicken, cooked and roasted now as well, in around about an hour and a half. So we're going to take this out. If that's all you needed to see, that's that. So I'm just going to use these grips. I'll take that out and pop that onto a plate. Oh, wow. Hold on, you're missing it. And that there is one, what was frozen chicken, and that's dinner saved, and saving me from sausage and chips again. Right, I'm just going to put this over to one side. Just give me a sec and I'll come back. I'm going to make up the gravy, explain to you how I've done today's veg and potatoes and things, and yeah, you'll see that in a sec if you want. Our chicken is now over there resting, still the same way you last seen it, but I just wanted to explain, just in one of these, what was a Chinese container at some stage, I have what was some frozen broccoli. Now all I've done was I put just about a tablespoon or so of water in that, tiny little bit of aromat on top, and I popped it into the microwave for 7 minutes. Okay, now my potatoes I done up in my Instant Pot Mini earlier because I was doing sort of some batch cooking. I needed some for the freezer for meals and things like that, just to make life a little bit easier. So they're not looking great in there at the moment, but that's what I had portioned out for today's dinner. They've just been in the microwave there for 4 minutes. They're already cooked. Now I'm going to be making my gravy out of this, what we've got left in here. This pot is not ideal for me trying to show you what to do because of the way that lid is. What I have in here is 3 heaped tablespoons of this and some cold water. It has to be cold, okay, when you're mixing it up. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you, this is a nightmare. I'm not going to be able to show you this bit as well. And basically, you want to set it onto the sear saute mode, which is going to bring it to sort of like a bit of a boil. So there's not much liquid in there, so feel free if you need to, depending on how many you're making gravy for, add a little bit more water in there. Now this bit you have to be quite quick with because otherwise you can end up with lumps. So try and stir at the same time of popping your gravy mix in. That's going to come up to the boil. If my calculations are right, that should make a nice thickish gravy, hopefully. We will see. Just make sure you keep stirring for a little bit after you've added that powder stuff in, because you know, it's not as hard work if you're just using instant gravy, no granules and things, but that's that like that. And that there is the stock we put in the beginning, all the natural juices that came out of that chicken when it cooked. And I wish that you could smell this or even taste it. But unfortunately, you're just going to have to give it a go yourself. So that there will come up and it will start to thicken up nicely once it starts boiling away. So I am going to go and plate up, and by the time I have carved the chicken and plated up, that will have thickened. I'll be back when it's plated. Now, lovelies, that there is my, I'll stick a picture up at the end anyway, roast chicken dinner from frozen chicken. Sound right? And just for the few of you that do like to see me, you know, do a taste test on camera, just take a wee bit, hold on, of the chicken, because I'm sure you're not really interested in veg and stuff like that. So there's my bit of chicken. I'm also going to be putting in a picture of when I cut into it, just to show you that it was actually cooked. So there you go. It has took on the flavour of that chicken stock so well. I know that sounds strange, but that mixed with the gravy that's done from the sort of like the stock, and then the juices that come out of the chicken, the gravy is just absolutely amazing. So that is that. I hope that's helped a few people, and I'm really sorry to some of you that have got no excuse anymore, unless you haven't got one of these, of course. Or my personal preference is I prefer my Instant Pot one of these, and that's just my thing. Stay tuned if you have made it this far. Quite a few of you have asked me to do chicken stock from scratch. So I am going to be doing that with the carcass, hopefully, fingers crossed, left over from this chicken after I've took all the chicken off it. I'm going to be able to get another few meals out of that. Yeah, and it's just handy. Another thing is, you're only going to be watching this far if maybe you're interested in stuff like this. I am going to be doing over the next coming weeks, sort of batch cooking different meals, sort of like stews and minces and things like that, just so I can have freezer meals to make life just a little bit easier when times get a bit busy or you're just not feeling great. So let me know if you are interested in that. I think I might try and put up a community tab thing as well, just stating what I'm going to be doing and see what sort of interest you get, whether you want to see this, whether you want to see my Instant Pots. I think the Instant Pot's going to be coming back out. Bobber has to get his bit in at the end. He's just having a scratch there. Right, lovelies, once again, thank you so much for sticking with me, staying tuned. If you haven't, then you won't have seen this, so you won't have got thanked. Oh, here we go again. Lovelies, take care. I will chat to you hopefully all down in the comments or over on another video. But for now, goodbye.